Hey, what's up? It's Fuel Your Life Friday. Let's go. I'm still having a little bit of trouble wrapping my head around the fact that it's the middle of June. Woo! Welcome back to another Fuel Your Life Friday episode, friends. This past Wednesday's episode was with numerologist Felicia Bender. It's because of Felicia that I myself studied numerology for the past 4 years. Numbers are one of the first things I really start to notice and pay attention to during my spiritual journey. Now, what's interesting about this, I've never been great at math. In fact, my 10th grade math teacher told my mom that I should be in special education math classes. I'm not even kidding. Meanwhile, I was in AP government as well as AP history. So how odd that numbers call to me, right? Even though I find numerology incredibly simple and on point, I love the history of it as well. Some of the earliest records of numerology appeared in ancient Egypt and Babylon, along with China, Japan, Greece, and Rome. Felicia has brought up Pythagoras a few times, and when I went down the rabbit hole of research, I learned that Pythagoras himself was on a quest, and he traveled to Egypt to study Chaldeans numerology for 22 years. 22 is also very interesting because, hello, master number. Anyway, Pythagoras believed that the world was built on the power of numbers and that we can translate just about everything into numerical form, especially by breaking it down to single digits. Although numerology isn't an exact science, it is an invaluable tool that will help reveal your talents and hidden potential. When we understand more about ourselves and the strengths that we embody, we can then more consciously use them to step into our power more confidently. In conversations with Felicia, we've spoken about many types of numbers that are within our numerology chart. Other people may call this your numerology portrait. There are dozens of numbers that you can look into, but I want to outline, I would say, the core 6 that I like to kind of look into when you're dipping your toes into numerology. The first, of course, is your life path number. This has a very similar vibration to, let's say, the sun sign in astrology. It's your identity. It's the core of who you are. It's one of the most important numbers in your chart. It's the ruling force that describes what you must do in order to operate harmoniously within your environment and get the most out of life. It's calculated by adding your birth month, day, and year. Number 2 is the soul's urge or heart's desire number. This can also be called the motivation number. It describes the motive behind decisions that you make and the way that you act. It's really what makes you tick. This is calculated by adding up the vowels in your name. Number 3 is the expression number. The expression number describes how you interact with other people. It tells how you best express yourself in life and where your talents lie. This is calculated by adding up all the letters in your name. Remember, when you're adding up letters, like, you're not just going, oh, I have an L and an A. No. Each one has its own numerical value attached to it. Number 4 is the personality number. This is also sometimes called the inner self number. It reveals what your secret dreams are made of, how the inner person within you pictures yourself, sometimes without even realizing it. It's also quite often the first impression other people obtain of you before they really get to know you. This is calculated by adding up the consonants in your name. Number 5 is the karmic lessons. The karmic lessons describe the things that you're supposed to learn in life. This is calculated by adding up a list of the numbers for each letter that do not occur in your name. And number 6 are pinnacle cycles. These are so cool. There are 4 pinnacle cycles, or quote unquote turning points within your life. They represent events that may occur during the life cycle that they coincide with. However, these events may only be taken advantage of during a particular turning point when it's in force. The other turning points also indicate what your attitude of life will be at any given time. As a bonus, I'll throw in your birthday number, mostly because I just love birthdays. But your birthday number can reveal your positive and negative inborn characteristics. Numbers tell a story, and they hold a certain undeniable energy. Pulling numerology charts and helping you understand what all of the numbers mean is one of my favorite things to do. Simply head over to spiritually-seeking.com to order your personalized numerology report so you can begin to explore your own unique numerical code. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend and be sure to give the podcast a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or wherever it is that you tune in and turn it up. That's all for today. I'll see you back here next week, but until then, remember, every level of life is an opportunity to grow. Be well, my friend.